Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today I want to talk about starter lock methods. I've seen a number of people start locks with different things, from finger coils to gel, just on the corner of a piece of a hair, and you just took it and pinned it down with a rubber band, or you had some eggs and put them under the dryer and you fried them up a little bit. I've seen some everything. But what I've seen to also happen down the line is also I've seen that hair not last. I've seen it give you a lot of breakage issues, dry issues. Everybody has dry issues. From afros on out, it's how can I stop my scalp from itching and all these other things. It's what you begin with, how you began your process, and what you get your hair to, the levels of training you use, the understanding you have. Basic information on my videos sounds like it's training the hair, but actually it's training the individual. It is hot in here. Train the individual to understand the hair, how to manipulate the hair, how to treat the hair without the hair having side effects, issues, down the line, just everything. When I start my locks, I use a very light solution. I use a very light formula that's going to moisturize, as well as train, as well as be something easy for the consumer to understand and use if they have to do anything. I don't tell frivolous information like twist your hair daily. That's not needed. That would be needed if, to be honest, if your loctician did not do what they're supposed to do in the first place. Then you would have to go in every day, touching the hair, doing something to the hair just to make the hair go. This is all I'm using is a spray, and you can see my results here. This is 5 minutes of me working. Excuse me. It doesn't take 5 hours to do this. And I mean, if it does take you that amount of time, that's understood. Maybe we all don't have the same finger coordination as everybody else. That's understood. But still, your outcome should still be your outcome. And just smashing gels and souffles and different things in the beginning of that lock just to say you got a little coil going or you got something going there isn't going to work. Rubber band methods will take your hair out over time, hands down. It got nothing to do with me. Not that I made it happen. It's just going to take your hair out. I guess that's what I formalized my solution to do. It's just to train the hair, understand the hair, and help the hair, which is, I have a little bottle I can show you again. It's a raggedy bottle, but you can get the gist of what's happening and what's going on. This is pretty much all I use. I dilute it with a little water and I spray it into the hair. Pretty much, as you can see here, going through with my barber comb. Let me move my hand, and just twisting, and it stays. Unifying the curl pattern is what's going to make those locks really look like a lock in the long run. Is what is going to give it that nice look, that manicure look that a lot of people are going for. Even on freeformers, to a certain extent, you still like a certain look. You don't want to just be raggedy and nasty, just smelly, and you don't want to get used to all of those stigmas of my scalp should look like this, or it's not a journey unless I'm doing this or doing that. Your journey is pretty much what you make it, how you make it, and your own understanding to your own individuality. Everybody is not going to have the same idea when it comes to locking. So, I mean, that's understandable, and that's fine. I think everybody else should have their own opinions of different things. But when it comes to putting stuff in your hair for that understanding, please do things that are a little more healthy. Please do things that are going to offer you levels of longevity. Another solution that I've seen to work very well lightly, Talil Wajid has this styling lotion. I've heard that to work pretty good, seen that to do some things. But the only drawback to that little solution I don't like is that it leaves like the hair hard, and I didn't like that. So I guess if you want to make that work on a level of good balance, you can dilute that a little more. But I guess a few agents in that left the hair a little more crispier, a little more on the setting lotion side, in which I didn't use just a pure setting lotion on that level to do it. I mix up a number of other things which allow the hair to be soft yet flexible, yet still have a nice hold. That's what's going to get you started for your dreadlocks, is a good hold in these twists. Understanding it again and tying them up at night so they can last pretty much. You bad sleepers, you got to get a little heavier. Find a satin scarf that you can wrap around that whole head. Make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do, even if you got to use two. Get two. It ain't about being embarrassed. It's about putting the right things in this head at this time to make this process work. This is a very critical process for. Come on this side for me. This is a very critical process when starting your locks. Not taking care of them properly, I guarantee you in 3 days you will see a negative outcome. As you can see, I'm hitting this one time, getting him started, and that's just using what he has, a curl pattern. We gave him a good conditioner with my Stimulations conditioner, which moisturized and softened up the hair, also proteined it. I'm using his enamel layer, and that's what the solution is going to hold on to and bend and hold while he's under that dryer. That dryer is a very critical part of this process also. So just spraying this product, letting it air dry, you will not get the best abilities. You will not get the best outcomes, should I say. That dryer helps, and it's only 15 minutes, whether you hate it or not. It's not about that. It's about really getting up under there and making it work. It don't take that long. If you get a little used to it, it'll be okay. But still, you can see how I'm going through this head very easily, knocking these down. Shea butters, yes, make the hair feel good. African philosophies and different other thoughts of mine came into play when dreadlocks were started, cultivated, and thought about. That's not the only way to make it work. Through life, we have evolutionized and we come across different products in different ways to make the hair whole, make the hair work. And let's use those products. Yes, I will agree, some of them are not good. Yes, I will agree, some of them will take the hair out. And I also would have to agree that a good portion of the products are just made to get you by. I don't want to get you by, I want to get you started on a healthy level to where even these in 6 months will still look good enough for him to go to work, for him to go out and catch a girl, for him to do whatever he got to do. And if he's married, excuse me, I'm sorry, but you don't want to go home to somebody and they've been seeing you every day with an afro and you come home with some mess in your head with white stuff all over it. That's like, what the hell? Why? Seriously. So coil that hair, give it a look to where the world will be satisfied, you will be satisfied, you will be comfortable with your starters, you will understand as they grow how they will feel in, and you just won't have to do all of that touching and pulling and manipulating on a daily basis. You won't have to do any of that with this. As you can see, this comb has again unified that curl pattern to make the hair hold, even with me just hitting it one time and letting it go. I don't have to go back and just keep combing and keep trying to get those hairs in and saying, oh, it's just not working for me. You got too much hair. No. People are going to grow. The hair is going to grow. If your hair, my solution was not progressive and it didn't allow progression, then I would not market it. I wouldn't think it would be beneficial to anyone on anyone's behalf. That's not smart. To put a product on the shelf and then in the long run, I have to come back and get you an edge up because you got a fade. It doesn't work at all. So, I mean, and this is not just to market just my solution, but I'm just showing you one of the things that are out there that can get it going, get it healthy. Am I hurting you? No, wrong. That's just with a comb and the elbow grease. Make it happen, people. I fixed someone's locks last week. You came in and a person, you just had all these stories for the person. This person paid $100+ and I had to restart them. So was the job well done? No. Not at all. What's the point of being in business if you can't offer anything that you will want to come back through your door, or even offer information for. If you can't take a phone call for it, it's not working. Hands down, just to be flat out honest, these lock extensions, I'm gonna laugh at you people. You spend it, you don't let nobody tell you again, $150 to $200 for a lock extension. I'm sorry, that's 9 to 12 hours of work. Think about it. Do the math, put it together. And if you see it online, call her, call him, and laugh, because they are doing a horrible job. Just so sorry to be that blatant honest with you, but it's just not working. But wanted to show you another starter lock method, getting somebody started, putting him in the game on a healthy level with a healthy product that's going to moisturize, train, and form his hair in ways that in the long run he'll be good to go. So we'll check him out in 5 years, so we'll see that growth and see how the growth agents also in this product would help him to, stimulate the scalp and put him right where he needs to be, so that while his hair is growing, it's strengthening, it's healthy, it's shiny, and it's not brittle, dry, or broken. I'm going to also give him an oil once we finish this, which will be this oil right here. He's going to spray that twice a week into the scalp, tying it up every single night with a satin scarf. That's the best scarf to use. Do-rags and stocking caps have little holes in them, so that the hairs will get in those holes during the sleeping time. Once you take them off, you're going to pull out those little hairs, and then you have what is called the look of frizz. It's not going to work. You're going to be very pissed off. So try satin scarf or something a little more cotton made. You should be good. So this is me just showing you starter locks with a spray. That's what we're going to call this video. Starter locks with a spray. No more gels, putties, and all of that other stuff. You guys spoke on it also yourself when I put those videos out there about Carol's daughter and all her other stuff, and everybody else is about how you hated it and it didn't work for you. I'm glad you guys are agreeing, and you can see that hands down that I'm not just saying things, that it's exactly how it goes. So check me out for more. Try this for yourself at home, or on your clients, or on yourself, and just see how easy it goes. It may take a little time as far as your time, but everything else will fall into place. Just keep manipulating that comb. Check me out for more. Peace.